All right, I'm trying to see how, okay. Hi guys, first of all, thank you so much, Bree, for inviting me on to come and be with your group. It's such a privilege and honor. I don't take it lightly. You guys have an amazing leader here with Rhianna, and I love you too, girlfriend, and I cannot wait to see you soon, like 2 sleeps, right? 2 sleeps and we're there. My name is Rhianna Franco, for those of you who don't know me. I'm Superstar Director of Squad Goals in Whittier, California. That is about 30 minutes from Disneyland for all you Disney lovers, just so you know where I'm at. But we'll go ahead and jump right in. Brianna, I forgot to ask you, how long do I have?
You have until you want.
Okay.
There's no limit.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I love an interactive group. I love engagement. I love questions. So feel free to use the chat. I will pause and answer questions. Tonight is for you guys. I love fundraisers, you guys. So I'm here for you. I'm here for it. I'm here to answer questions, to make sure you guys, my goal for tonight is that you guys get off this call and feel so inspired and ready to go and jump into fundraising and go get one of your own. But I want you guys to feel comfortable. So ask all the questions, throw out things that you've done, stuff like that as we're talking, okay? Before we jump in, who has done a fundraiser here so far in this group? How many of you guys have done fundraising? You can put it in the chat if you've done a fundraiser before. I would love to know Katie has her hand up. You've done fundraising, currently doing one right now. Yay, Bree. That's awesome. I love fundraisers, you guys, seriously. You've done a few, Michelle. Okay, great. So before we jump into the rest of what we have, and honestly, you guys, fundraising was super intimidating to me in the beginning because I just didn't know how. Once you educate yourself, you feel more confident. So it's super easy when it comes down to it, because the skeleton is the same pretty much everywhere you go. You just add the details, and we'll talk about that. So why fundraise? You do buddy drives each year too. I love that, Michelle. I do one for the Ronald McDonald one out here. We do buddies and stuff. So the Ronald McDonald House. So why fundraise? First of all, one of our greatest values in Scentsy is we give more than we take, right? And that's something that spills into every area of our life, including when it comes to our product and our orders and stuff like that. So fundraising, giving more than you take. Fundraising is a blessing. And I'm all about, if you know me, I'm pretty straightforward. You know, I don't beat around the bush. I don't, sugarcoat anything. It is what it is. But for me as a person, I love to give. I'm a very generous person. And I think when you're a giver, it comes back in return over and over and over again. And there's so many lives out there, you guys, that need blessings. There's so many people out there struggling financially. There's so many ways. So tonight we're going to talk about how to be prepared for a fundraiser, how to find a fundraiser, how to manage a fundraiser, and how to close a fundraiser. Okay, and this is something that I do step by step. Like I said, it's the same skeleton. Okay, so first and foremost, a lot of people say, well, how much do I have to give of my paycheck to the fundraiser? That's up to you. Of course, the more you give, the more appealing it is for the fundraising organization to choose you, especially if you're bidding for that fundraiser. And I'll talk more about that in a second. I do 30%, always and forever. I do all of my commission. I always hit $2,000 every month in sales at least. So I'm always at 30% commission. So if you're not hitting the 2,000, maybe you do the 25%, maybe you do the 20%, depending on how you want to work your fundraiser. And you might say, well, I have to pay for this, I have to pay for that. We're going to get into that. Okay. So it's all up to you. The fundraising is your choice, under your control. And of course, like I said, the more you give, the more likely they're going to choose you to fundraise with again and again. Okay. And again, remember, some of you might be thinking, oh, well, that's taking from my commission. Yeah. But remember, give more than you take. You're still going to get the trip points. Every PRV point, every PRV is like one trip point. So during this season, fall is a huge fundraiser season especially because of the trip incentive. You may be giving away your commission, but you're still getting those trip points for every single dollar you enter. Okay, I mean, every single PRV you enter. So let's talk about the different types. No, let's talk about first, let me back up, how to be prepared. When you are prepared to submit a fundraiser or lay it on the table for somebody, you're going to be more confident. How can you be prepared? You do fundraisers, but not many want to do them. How do you ask for them? Good question. We're going to talk about that. The first part of having a successful fundraiser is being prepared before you even get the fundraiser. There's several different types of fundraisers that you can do, right? We have flower fundraisers, we have the full catalog, we have scent circles, we have buddies, we have buddy clips, whatever you want to do. And I have a template for you guys for all of them. Actually, Wendy Keith Newgas made them, and for our group, we always use the same ones because they're brilliant and they're easy and they're there. Okay, so I'm going to share them with Bree. If she doesn't have them, I will share the files with you so you guys could use them as well. But being prepared is super important, okay? Before I go to even talk to anybody about a fundraiser, I always have a packet ready because they're always going to say, well, do you have more information, or how does it work? Not everybody's going to want to do a packet, and we'll get into that in a second, but I want to show you how I go prepared into a meeting. Because when I pitch, let me back up. When I'm ready to prepare to pitch a fundraiser, I make sure everything is ready, because some might say, send me information right now. I don't want to miss that. I don't want to say, oh, okay, I'll get back to you tomorrow. I want to get them while they're hot. I want to strike while it's hot. Okay, so that's why it's important to have all of your documents ready all the time on hand, ready to go. I always have at least one packet ready to go, and I'll show you guys it in a second. I always have stuff on my computer to email. I have files in my phone to send off, because if there might be something I come across while I'm out driving and I see like, oh, fundraising for this thing or this thing. I'm like, I wonder if they need another fundraiser. So then I'll get the contact information. How do you find a fundraiser? Once you're prepared, you find your fundraiser. I'm going to go into that, and then I'm going to show you how to present it. Local schools, right? You don't have to have a kid at that school to go in and ask for a fundraiser. How many of you guys have been bold enough to walk into an elementary school, a middle school, or a high school and say, hey, can I talk to your PTA rep? Hey, can I talk to the football coach? Can I have the contact information for the band? Can I have the contact information for the choir director? How many of us have done that? It's going to take that first step of being bold. You did for your elementary school, Tiffany. Yes. I want to know who else has done that. Have you guys, I know there's schools around you guys. We don't live on Mars. So are you guys near a school, elementary, middle, high? That's an opportunity right there. You don't have to have a kid there. I want you to write that in your notes. That's okay, Tiffany. That's okay. You're going to get more no's than yeses no matter what. It's the same thing. That's part of our business, but you're going to get that one that says yes. It's going to blow your mind. And that's the same thing that happened with me. I have a middle school here about 5 minutes from my house. I sent an email. This is how I went up to it. This is how I approached it. Okay. I sent an email to the school. No, first I walked into the school office. I said, hi, my name is Rhianna. I'm with Scentsy. I would love to chat with your fundraising coordinator. If I can get their information, that'd be awesome. Oh yeah, sure. She's not available right now. Here's her email address. You can contact her. Okay, great. So she gave me her email address. I came home after doing whatever I was doing. I sat my tail down. And again, I have my documents ready on my computer, ready to send out via email. And I said, hi, I actually just sent one today to a Whittier football and cheer league. I said, hi, my name is Rhianna Franco with Scentsy. It's a fragrance company, in case you've never heard of it. I would love to chat with you about fundraising. Fundraising is one of my most favorite things to do, especially for our community. So I'm attaching the emotional part of being part of the community. I'm a Whittier local. I'm a Whittier native. Both of my daughters attended here when they were younger. I would love to partner with you to raise some money for your extracurricular activities. Period. And I just said, I donate 100% of my profit, which is 30%. There's several different ways that we can do whatever works for you. Let me know if we can meet up and chat. Okay. So I didn't hear back from her. And that's common, you guys, okay? That's common that you won't hear back right away. So then I followed up about a week later and I was like, hi, Nancy, I just wanted to reach out to see if you received my email in regards to fundraising. I would love to help you guys out. She finally got back to me and she's like, I love this idea. I want you, would you be able to pitch it on our, it was Zoom because we were on COVID. I would love if you could pitch it at our PTA meeting via Zoom. Oh, it was my first time having to pitch it in front of people that I don't know. I didn't know how many people were going to be part of this Zoom call. Turns out it was hundreds. And there was a board on there that I had to convince of the fundraising. Okay, I was ready. I was prepared because I had already prepared the documents that I'm going to show you guys. I already knew what I was coming in with and the benefits. And that's why it's so important to be prepared. As I talk a little bit more about how you can get fundraisers, I'm going to show you what to come in with, okay? But it's going to take boldness. It's going to take thick skin. It's going to take fumbling over some words. You might do some things wrong at first, but you're going to get it. But you have to be willing to do it. It scared me too, Michelle. It scared me too, but I did it scared. And guess what? Now it's not as scary. And now I'm like, I got this. I don't care. I'll go in front of everybody right now. And we'll talk about fundraising. Okay. Before I got on the Zoom call, I asked her, I said, what do you guys try to fundraise for? What are you guys trying to get this year? Oh, we do 5th grade trip, we do t-shirts, we do we do, and she gave me a list of things that they're trying to raise money for. And I said, okay, great. So now I'm educated, right? I educated myself as to what their goal is. So I did my homework before the Zoom call. And I said, look, when I went on the Zoom call, I introduced myself. I was confident, but I was scared. I went on the Zoom call, I presented, I said, you guys are trying to raise roughly about, I would say anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000 for your 5th grade end of year event. We have a couple different ways that would do it fast, quick, and easy. And I presented what I'm going to show you guys. And they loved it because I was prepared, I was confident, and I knew what I was talking about. Okay. One thing with school, guys, is they usually have their fundraisers the year before. At the end of summer, they usually have their fall fundraisers. So you might not get it for fall. You can pitch it for maybe end of school year type of thing. But if you're going in for beginning of school year, they might say they already have their fall fundraisers, but they're interested for summer, for end of school year. Okay, so just FYI. Also, teams. There's volleyball, cheer, dance, softball, baseball. I did, oh, and that fundraiser, you guys, that I'm talking about, they cashed in a check for $4,000. Their commission was $4,000. I mean, their prize was $4,000. And that's something that I partner with them all the time now. Okay, because I did it scared. I do for our local softball team, Whittier Girls Softball League. And then they each do what individually. So what I do for these, do you guys have local city, like baseball teams, basketball teams, volleyball? Go to your city hall, get their community schedule, and look at what they have. There's going to be a coordinator for each one. Okay, so if there's softball, you look up the contact for softball, you reach out to that person. Basketball, look up the contact for that person and find that person. And then you send these prepared documents already. Hey, I have a pitch for you. I would love to be your fundraiser gal this year. Da, 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 da. Okay, let me show you just so you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so fundraising, I love to do fragrance flowers and I love to do scent circles. Those are my biggest ones because they're quick, easy. I do have ones that are full catalog, you guys, but those are a little bit more work. Okay, so for instance, if I approach a softball team, which I have one going out with an order right now that said yes, And I said, hey, I know you guys are getting ready for your fall events. You're going to need spirit gear. You're going to need team gear. You're going to need pizza parties. You're going to have end of season parties. What if I told you that I would love to do exactly know the need is super important. When you go in knowing what they're going to need, you're touching on a soft spot and they're going to be like, oh shoot, she's right. I don't want to pay for that. Right. So when I went in, I'm like, you're going to need all this stuff. What do you think of doing a fundraiser? And she was like, okay, can you give me more information? Of course I can. I have it on my phone. Let me just send it to you, right? She said, yes, there's different ways to do this. So she chose to do, I think it was a fragrance flower. I have it in here. She chose to do a fragrance flower fundraiser. She's a team mom. Okay. So I said, do you want to do this way, or this way? And I'm going to break it down. I offer a one night event on top of everything else that I'm going to talk about. I say we can do a one night event and I come and set up everything I have, and whatever they purchase will go towards your fundraiser. Okay. So that commission will go towards your fundraiser. Then we can do individual packets to where each teamie will get a packet and go out and about and try to sell whatever their goal is. And I said, you could leave it open to where they sell however much they want, or you can make it mandatory. I know Travel Ball is very strict. They'll make it mandatory for each person to sell this many sets of fragrance flowers, which is huge. Okay, so she chose packets and she wants to do a one night bonanza. So we're going to do a one night bonanza. I'm going to get some inventory. I'm going to take it. We're going to set up whatever sells is going towards their fundraiser. Then at the one night bonanza, each kid is going to come and get a packet from me. Okay, this is going to be the team picture. I have to upload it. I'm waiting for the team mom to send me. So it's going to be a team picture here. The team name goes up here. Then their fundraiser goal is going to go here. Hey, so our fall fundraiser goal is blank. We are going to use the money to blank because this is what they're going to be able to show people. Okay, there's going to be a top seller prize, buddy of their choice, and a Starbucks gift card. That's going to be on me. Okay, and then I have the payments accepted, which are cash, check, Venmo. I have my Venmo name, I have my Zelle name, and Cash App. Okay, and then I have for them to be able to reach out to me. So each player is going to get a packet like this. Inside the packet, you guys don't get these white envelopes. They're freaking expensive. I overpaid for them, but I bought them in bulk. But you can get them from Amazon and get like a yellow packet or something like that. Okay. So here's the file that they're going to get inside here. The very first one is actually for the coordinator. This is a separate packet and it explains and thanks them for their interest. Okay, so it says, thanks for your interest in a Scentsy fragrance fundraiser. Here at Scentsy, we know how important it is to give back to your community. In fact, generosity is one of Scentsy's core values. Fundraising is a perfect way for your supporters to show their generosity and make your school or organization's dreams come true. Whether your goal is to build a playground, fund a trip for the school band, or improve your community soccer fields. Scentsy fragrance products are perfect for fundraisers. When you choose Scentsy for your fundraiser, I donate my commission directly to your organization, making a Scentsy fundraiser unique and profitable. You can feel safe knowing you're partnering with a consultant who cares about your cause and is dedicated to contributing to your community. Yes, Michelle, I'm going to send these to Bree. When you host a Scentsy fundraiser, your organization receives the potential to earn outstanding profits for your group, fundraising support and materials at no cost to you, the ability to promote unique, safe home fragrances that are different from other fundraising products, right? We're not like everybody else's fundraisers. We're different. In addition, as your consultant, I separate and package all the orders, making sure they're complete and correct. Online orders will ship directly to the customer. I also offer awards, incentive to your top sellers to encourage the greatest success for your fundraiser. As a member of the Association of Fundraising Distributors and Suppliers, Scentsy is committed to contributing more than we take in all the communities we touch. As a local independent business owner, my passion is for Scentsy products, and I'm ready to help your organization reach its fundraising goals. Thank you for your time. I look forward to speaking with you. This is one of the documents that is on my desktop, that is on my phone, that is packaged up, ready to go to get into the hands. This is the one that I shared on that Zoom for the PTA. They loved it. Okay, and it just shows you, and it's like different every season. This one's fall, right? It has product. These are what they can choose to do the fragrance, do the fundraiser on the back, because they're going to ask you, how much do I have to sell to achieve my goal? Like if we're trying to do this, what do we have to sell? Voila, it's on the back. Okay, it's on the back. It gives you, this is the scent circle one. So if your team if your organization wants to raise $15,000, it breaks it down for you. Okay, then you're going to have 200 participants that sell this many scent circles to give you this amount of reward, a fundraise, whatever. Okay, so it breaks it down for them. So it's an easy reference. I do different prizes, Michelle, every year. This one for this team, I'm doing a buddy because they're younger. So I'm doing a buddy and I'm doing a Starbucks card so they can, maybe something for mom and something for the little one. But it breaks it down for them so they can know how much per person that they have to, like if they're, so for example, this team has 20 kids. So number of participants, 20. If each sold 5 packs at $15 each, that's going to be $375. If they all sold 10 packs, it's going to be $750. If they all sold 15 packs, it's going to be $1125. If they all, so it breaks it down for them for easy reference. Okay. Then, okay, so now they're ready to go. Each kid in their packet, they're going to get their cover, right, with their team photo. They're going to get an order form with the scent circles. I don't let them order all from all of the millions of scent circles that we have because I don't want, that's too many. So we do about, I think there's 15. I think there's 15 choices for them. Okay, so this is, they put their name here. They mark, they're bought in 6 packs. We're not letting them buy one at a time. They're buying in 6 packs. Okay, so each line is 1 6-pack. So they choose whatever, they put the mark on whichever they want, and then they put their information, their total there. Okay, and then it asks for their phone number. Very, very important, you guys. We want to make sure that you coach your fundraiser coordinator, that we don't want just names. Why? Because we want to be able to contact these people after. When we get to the closing part, I'll explain that. Okay, so that's a little bit of the packet. And the last, on the back of it, it has the scent descriptions, so they know what they're buying. Well, what does falling apple smell like? Oh, it's right here. It tells you what it smells like. So they're able to see the description on the scent circle order form. The back of it has the descriptions of each scent. Okay, and then it tells you 10 ways to use the scent circles. Same thing with fundraiser stuff. The fragrance flowers and everything. So the packet that the actual child gets is the description, the order form, and the packet. Okay, so when I say I come prepared, that's what I mean with the packet. Okay, you can also go to your local pet rescues. They need shampoos, they need the deodorizers, they need all of that stuff. Okay, or you could do a fundraiser and whatever money comes in, buy dog food for that local rescue. There's so many places around. If we open our eyes, we can see the need. Like Bree said, if we can look, we can see the need. Okay, dances, stuff like that. Dancers, travel ball is expensive. So those are all kinds of places that you can ask. Once you land this fundraiser, once you ask, you go in, you're bold, you're prepared, you have your packet, you're ready to present. Now what? You find out their goal first, so you can help them put a plan together. If they say they want to raise $2,500, you're going to say, okay, great, $2,500. Now, how many participants are you expecting to have? Okay, I'm expecting to have 10 to make it easy, right? Okay, so 10 divided by 2,500 is what? $250 each. Okay, so each little player has to bring in $250 worth of orders for you guys to hit 2,500. Okay, they want 2,500 profit. They're not saying 2,500 in sales. They want 2,500 in their pocket. So we're going to have to be like, okay, we're going to break down. This is what you're going to get. If you're doing 30%, you're going to figure out the numbers. Okay, you guys understand with me? You're not going to just give them the 2,500. No, because you got to order the scent circles. You're giving them the profit, right? So 2,500, if we're doing 30%, is $750. So if they want 2,500 in their pocket, we have to multiply that, right? And then we'll figure out how much each kid has to sell. We want to know the commission that they are getting. So make sure you have a goal. You don't want to go in blindly and see what happens. Okay, we'll just see how much we sell. No, that's not a great plan. Okay. Decide the length of time that you want the fundraiser to go through. I don't do any longer than 2 weeks. It's too long. You could do what you want, but I do 2 weeks because it's just too long for them to have money. It's too long for them to try to not lose the paperwork and stuff like that. Okay, so I do 2 weeks, never longer. And then you choose what style they want. What do they want? Fragrance flower? Do they want a buddy clip? Do they want car bar? Do they want full catalog? Full catalog is a lot more difficult, but it does bring in a good amount. And I have Bree, I have the files for every single one of those. Okay, so every single type of fundraiser, I have the files for, so I'll send them to you. Now, do they want to do it as an individual or do they want to do it as an entire team? That's what you do next, what you figure out next. Okay. Next, who's your contact person? And can you have a direct number for them to touch base? I don't like to, I'm an Enneagram 8, so I'm very controlling. I'm very controlling, but I don't like to not be able to see how the fundraiser is going. I don't want to be surprised. I don't want to be caught off guard. Oh, nobody did anything. Here's your folders back. If that's how it's going, there's something needs to be done. Something's not right. I missed something. Something's not being communicated. So we have to be able to touch base with the coordinator at all times. So make sure you have that coordinator's email or phone number, okay? And make sure you're able to coach them, just like host coaching. Okay, also what I do is I make a Facebook group page for them and I have them add their family and friends, and I will do random raffles for whoever's there, and I'll be like, who's placed an order through East Whittier Middle School so far? Because I encourage them to add them to this group. I don't know why, oh no, they're not doing a Facebook group. So say the school was doing one. On the back of this, I'll say, make sure to join East Whittier Middle School's fundraiser group, and I'll have a QR code right here for fun giveaways during the time of the fundraiser. Okay, so during the 2 weeks of the fundraiser. So now, ding, I'm getting their information right on Facebook. I am getting them connected to me somehow. This fundraiser is not going to last forever. Okay. So they'll scan the code. If they join the Facebook group, we get notified when there's any new Facebook people in that group, and I'll reach out and I'll say, hey, how do you know about the fundraiser? Oh, my granddaughter. Okay, welcome. Make yourself at home and wait for the free fun giveaways that are to come. I'm trying to keep them, right? I'm throwing out the net. Fundraisers are a huge customer base net. We're not just doing this and okay, see you later, take care, have a great life. No, we're throwing this net out because we're hoping that we expand our customer base through this as well. Okay, so that's another plus in doing a fundraiser. Ask them if they want to do a Facebook page. It's fun and you can give away stuff you already have. You don't have to go out and buy or spend or whatever, okay? Decide if you're going to do prizes. For the most part, I think prizes are great. It encourages people to push harder. Everybody wants to be the top seller. You can give away prizes, warmers, wax, whatever you have. You can give away gift cards so that the person will come back and shop with you for whoever wins, right? You can do Starbucks, you can do whatever, you can tie it in. However, make sure again that your coordinator knows we need first and last name of every single person and phone number of who's placing an order, okay? You can do the ones with the whole email and all that, but I don't, because it's just too much information for a fundraiser, okay? Now let's talk about, you checked on your fundraiser, it's going great, everything is going well, it's about to close, you get the contact information. I mean, all of these are turned in, you pick an end date. Okay, a mandatory end date where nothing else is going to be turned in later because you're going to put your order in all together all at once. Okay, so they turn in all of their envelopes to your fundraiser coordinator. You go get the fundraiser packets from her. You pull out the sheets. Now, what I like to do, you guys, is I make copies of each fundraiser. order form, and then I will give the copy to the coordinator so she can have one on hand for herself as well. It's showing I'm organized, my integrity's there, you're gonna get what you ordered, and this is how much. I'll turn in a copy of every single order form, as well as a total of what came in orders and how much they will get in commission once the check is posted. So they get like a cover letter type of thing along with a copy of their fundraiser, of each person's fundraiser, okay? Now, closing a fundraiser. After they turn them all in, you go pick them up, great, make the copies, do your thing. Closing the fundraiser matters the most. This is the most crucial part of your business because this is where the net is going to catch. I personalize every single one. So if this was full, right, with 16 different people, they're all going to get their orders packaged individually like this. Let's say we did a fundraiser. They each get the flower wrapped like this. It's time consuming, but it's worth it. Get these rolls from Dollar Tree or Michael's or whatever, the clear cellophane wrap, and then you get the twine, super easy. And then you can make a tag, and I can share this tag with you guys as well if you want. And you put their name on it. So on the top it says the supporter name, so whoever the person that bought it, and the player name, so or student, whoever it is, right? You put their name there. Why? Because when I'm packaging these up, I'm going to place them there, and they're going to have their names on them, and I don't want them to get mixed up. Okay. And then also I say thank you so much for your support. It truly means the world to her or him, whatever. I'd love to stay your Scentsy gal. And then again, I'm trying to catch them, right? So I have my Facebook group here, and then my QR code that they're going to scan right there. And I said, join my VIP group for sneak peeks, deals, and more. Has my information. Follow me on Instagram, and it says shop my website or scan the QR code for the entire digital catalog. Let me see if I have another one I can show you. I do that with every single personal order because I'm trying, this is how it looks. I'm trying to catch them individually because I don't want to just catch the person that did the fundraiser. I want to catch every single person they just exposed me to right now. If they're going to try to give me 16 new customers, I'm trying to catch 16 new customers, right? And the packaging is going to matter. If you make it special and you're not just putting them in whatever bags and, oh, here's this person, that's the person, you put a sticky note on it and they're like, oh, the sticky note fell off and I don't know, right? So make it matter. And I do that with the buddy clips too. You can do buddy clips and have it individual just like that. Same thing with the scent circles. They come in a pack of 6. Throw in all 6 from their order. You throw in the tag and you do that here, okay? Packaging is gonna matter. Make sure that you are doing clear, efficient checks over and over. I think when I did the $4,000 one, I think I checked probably about 20 times because there's going to be mistakes. We're human here and there. Yes, fine. But I want the organization to trust me. I want it to be easy to where they're not being contacted. Oh, I'm missing this. I'm missing that. Oh, this or that. I want the coordinator to know that when she books me, she books a fundraiser with me, that it's easy and she doesn't have to worry about anything. It's professional, it's clean, it's organized, and it's fast. Okay, and I'm very clear since the beginning of the fundraiser, I get paid on the 9th or 10th of every month. So you'll get your check cut that date. Okay, so I let them know the date they'll receive their check as well. Okay, so I include all my information for them to be able to get a hold of me. And then this is what I do. I sit down with my phone and all of my order forms, and I text every single person that's on here. And I'll say, hey, this is Rhianna, your Scentsy fundraiser gal. Thank you so much for supporting the organization or the team, whatever it is. And I'll say, your order is packaged and it's going to be dropped off to whoever the kid's name is, because I have it right here on their order form, so it's right in front of me. Let me know if you have any questions, and thank you so much for your support. Now I'm opening up a form of communication. Okay, and they're like, oh, okay, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. I can't wait. I'm excited, or whatever. And it builds it creates that open door for me to be able to have communication with them. Okay, what happens? Oh my gosh, can I order, I ordered from a fundraiser from you last week. Can I order more? Because now my family's asking me where I get these from. Absolutely, yeah. Now they have my phone number. Because for the most part, you guys, they're not going to save my phone number from this order form. They're not going to save my phone number from the packet. They're going to save my phone number in their phone, or they're going to ignore me. Either way, I'm not going to die. So I just want to make sure that they have access to me like that. And then on here, I invite, and then if they respond, oh, thank you so much. Okay, and on the tag, there's going to be an invite to my VIP Facebook. If you'd like to just scan that, I'd love to have you. Take care. Thank you so much. If they don't answer, I leave them alone. I'm not going to harass them because that's not good if you do that. But I'm giving them an open door for me when I close that fundraiser. Okay, so does anybody have any questions with what they've seen so far of what I showed? Because I think I wrapped it up. It's like, be ready, right? Go find it because you're ready. Now you can, if you find it, you go into a pet store or a school and they're ready for you. You're like, sure, let me send that over to you right away. Okay, and then you find it, you lock it down. Now you're ready and you go from there. You have a successful managed fundraiser and then you close it and you get new customers. Sounds easy, right? Just as easy as that. Do you guys have any questions, any suggestions, any ideas, anything? I'm happy to answer.
I have a question.
Sure.
So what do you do when you get feedback from the coordinator saying that it's like not going well? How do you pivot?
That's a great question. So if I'll look at what we have in place. So if they say, you know what, Rhianna, it's not really going well, they're not really selling, or you have to push it or a little, I'll say, hey, I can go, like we can do a rally night and I can go and talk about it. And then like, if they're local, I've done this before actually. The team was like a slow start and I said, hey, let's do a rally night at a pizza party. So then I had them go to the pizza parlor that's right here, and I sat and I said, how are you guys all doing? They were probably like 9 or 10 years old. I don't know, my grandpa bought one, my grandma bought, and then I'll talk to them, do you guys see this prize? Do you want this prize? And they're like, yeah. And so I said, tell the parents. And I was like, you guys, your kid wants this prize, go out there and it's going to make your job easier. You're not going to have to pay for the end of year party. So that's one way. Another way was I asked the girl, okay, well, I noticed that you don't have your Facebook group set up for your fundraiser. That's one way we could try to rally, because a lot of people are accessible on Facebook, and your family and your friends can reach, you can reach more people like that rather than just trying to get the people around you, because maybe the people around you don't want to buy, but maybe people that are on your Facebook, if you're on there, I can post a link and they can shop from there, and when they make a purchase, I can ask them who they're purchasing from. Like, we can expand our base and our reach. If we do Facebook, we could get them engaged, we could show them things on that Facebook group. Oh, look at, this is what they're going for. This is going to be our spirit gear. Each kid will get this t-shirt if we raise this much amount of money. So it's starting to show the people that are possibly going to support them. And then if they do that, and if they have the Facebook group and it's still not working, I'm trying to think of one. I asked her if she could send, I'll do a text and I'll ask her if she can just copy and paste and send that to her parents and be like, hey, I'm just touching base. How's it going? Let me know if you have any questions. How many of you guys sold? And then they'll come back and forth like that. And then I'll give them ideas, just like how they can get a little bit more sales in each area. Have they tried their job? Have they tried here? And oh, okay, I didn't go ask yet. So it's just being able to that's why having that coordinator's contact information is so important. Can you explain the numbers a little more? Like, how does a percentage payout work? It depends how much you want to donate. But they set a goal first. Okay, so if their goal is 2,500, you know you're going to give 20%, right? So 2,500 times 20%. So my mind just went blank. Oh, my mind went blank. Okay, so 2,500 is their goal. You're giving 20%. So that's 500. So they need to raise, good Lord Almighty. So each kid would need to sell 500, I think. Wait, it depends how many students. You need to find out. Let me back up. My mind is like fried right now with math. Find out their goal. You start with that. find out how many participants are going to be part. You divide that by the 2,500, okay? So let's say there's gonna be 13 kids divided by 13. So that's $192.30 each kid will have to sell. Bria, are you doing math? I'm like, okay, so that's how you would figure it out. It just depends how much you're gonna give back, if you're gonna do 20, 25, or 30. If the party was 500 times 25, 125 goes to them. Thank you, Michelle. Simplified it. I'm just like, I'm running after another meeting and a long day, but yeah, I'm not a math person at all, but thank you, Michelle, that you are, because I literally will sit here with my calculator and my paper and a big notepad, and I'll have to sketch it all out before I even tell her. Yours is always, yeah, math scares me too, Tiff. I barely made it past Algebra 1 in high school. That was really bad. Anyway, so yeah, goal divided by participants will give you exactly how much they have to bring in, and then you times that by the percentage that you're going to offer. Hope that makes sense. Anybody else have any questions, suggestions, ideas? I want to hear about your fundraisers. I want to hear about your bold moments. I want to, what is a normal amount? There is no normal amount. Honestly, Tiffany, it's been such a different range. Like I've done fundraiser. I've done, I would say 2 or 3 fundraisers that have flopped. So in all honesty, don't let it discourage you. If it does, move on to the next. Take it as a learning. Okay, what didn't I do here? Or did my coordinator just not do her job? Did I do everything I could have done? And then you move on to your next. I've had ones that have done 500. I've done ones 4,000. I've done, they're just so different. I would say, I wouldn't even say there's no norm, to be honest. It ranges from the smallest one I did, I think was like 400 to like I think 4,000 was my biggest. My favorite type to do is fragrance flower and scent circle, because they're easy, they're fast, they're clear. Now, what I do, and you don't have to do this, is I include a scent circle when I do a scent circle fundraiser with it for every kid, so that they can show the person what it is. And it's one of the ones that is from the fundraiser. It's not random ones that are out of stock. Oh, I like this one. Oh, it's not available anymore. No, you want to give them something that's on the list that they could choose from. Yeah, so, and fragrance flowers at the end of the at the end of the fundraiser, depending on how it went, if it's super successful, I give each parent a flower. I gift it, because it's the parents, in all honesty, that's doing the work. So I'll tell them, thank you so much for going above and beyond for your kid. And now I'm planting seed, and most of them want more flowers when they're done. So giving more than we take. What do you charge for the flower? I charge exactly what the cost is, exactly what my tax rate is, and exactly what the shipping is going to cost. The shipping is $10 now, right? So I'll take care of the shipping. I'm putting it all in together. So I charge them $16 plus tax. They pay tax on it because I'm not covering hundreds of dollars in taxes. My middle school would be. Yes, I agree, Tiffany. I think so too. Exactly, Michelle. You have rewards from your fundraiser. You can use those to give gifts. You can use it for the coordinator. I love to gift the coordinator because, hey, I'm trying to get in next year again too, right? I gift the coordinator. I will gift the highest seller. You have rewards.
I'm going to stop the recording and then you can continue to answer questions.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
I'm a fundraiser. I've been trying to get set up.